Hello, tabletop sports enthusiasts. Welcome to Max's Cards and Dice Dugout. This is episode number 2, where this first project we're going to be looking at an old game, one that I did not own back in the day, but I remember seeing ads for it in some magazine. I don't recall which one, and that's Time Travel Baseball. As I mentioned in the last video, there is an incredible community for this game on Facebook. Very friendly people. Some awesome creators that have made all kinds of teams, some full seasons, all franchise teams. There's all kinds of content that is free to download. All you got to do is download the files and print out the cards, and you're set to go. Other than the rules, which you'd have to purchase, the rules and charts, that is, and those are available from Downey Games. Now, this project I'm calling the Celluloid series. It's going to pit two fictional teams, one being the 1989 movie Major League, the Cleveland Indians from that team. They're going to be facing off against the 1976 Bingo Longs, Traveling All-Stars, and Motor Kings. It's going to be a best-of-7 series, but before we get down to the table to start that, I'd like to thank you for stopping by. I do appreciate it. If you like this video, I ask that you hit the like button and consider subscribing. So with that out of the way, let's get rolling. All right, here we are, ready for game 1 of the Celluloid series. But before we get started, I just wanted to say, I'm not going to do a tutorial in this game. There's plenty of great ones out there for Time Travel Baseball. Kurt Berglund's Baseball World comes to mind. Cards and Dice TV, I know he plays Time Travel Baseball from time to time. So I'm just going to say we're going to be using the basic rules modified. I'm going to include the stolen bases will not be automatic. Like on a single plus in the basic game, that would be, that Charlie Snow here would get a single and would immediately steal second base. I'm going to use the optional rule where you roll a d6. On a 1 to 5, he would be safe. On a 6, he would be thrown out, caught stealing. And the opposite would be true for a negative sign. On a 6, the man would be safe. 1 to 5, he would be caught stealing. Okay, so, and also, we're going to use the pitcher fatigue rule of 5. So a pitcher will be fatigued after facing the leadoff man the 5th time, giving up 5 runs, or 5 base runners in an inning, and that can be from a hit, a walk, an error, or a hit by pitch. When a pitcher reaches fatigue, all results will come off the batter's card, which is usually bad news for the pitcher. So you want to get that guy out of there. All right, so I did a coin flip off camera, and it was determined that the Traveling All-Stars would be the home team. So here's our starting lineups. First off, for the Cleveland Indians, leading off, center fielder Willie May Hayes. He was portrayed by, oh gosh, who was he portrayed by? It's eluding me right now. Oh, come on, Max. Willie May Hayes. Anyway, I'll put it in the comments. Batting second, left fielder Izuru Tanaka. Pedro Serrano, right fielder, bats third. Roger Dorn, the shortstop. It's Wesley Snipes. Willie May Hayes. Roger Dorn, third baseman, bats fourth. That's Corbin Burnson. Jack Parkman is the catcher. He'll bat fifth. Batting sixth, shortstop Toby Reyna. Batting seventh, Charles Graham. He's at first base. Mario Crespi, the second baseman, bats eighth. And batting ninth is right-handed pitcher Eddie Harris. He's a workhorse pitcher and a tough pitcher. And his card will be replaced by the pitcher at-bat card. For the homestanding Traveling All-Stars and Motor Kings, leading off Charlie Snow in right field. He was portrayed by Richard Pryor. Bunny Downs at second base bats next. Batting third is Fat Sam Popper, first base. Leon Carter, the catcher, bats cleanup. He was portrayed by James Earl Jones in the movie. Esquire Joe Calloway, center fielder, bats fifth. Batting sixth, Walter Murchman, the left fielder. Batting seventh, Champ Chambers, third baseman. Batting eighth, Bingo Long, the pitcher. And he is a dangerous batter. He was portrayed by Billy D. Williams, so we'll replace his card with the dangerous at bat card. And batting ninth, Lewis Keystone, the star shortstop for the Traveling All-Stars. Okay, so in time travel baseball, you use two D6s, and it determines which card you read from based on the higher die. To match up with the gamble cards, and I know that I didn't print the backs of the gamble cards to save on ink, but you know, my OCD is kicking in, and I'm thinking maybe I should have. But anyway, the green die will represent the batter, and the red die will represent the pitcher to correspond with the colors on the gamble cards. So it looks like we're ready to get underway. And leading off for the Cleveland Indians is Willie Mae Hayes. I'm also going to be using the gamble cards for the ball location on hits and outs. That's referred to as radar in the rules. And here we are, we're underway. We got a 5 with the batter's card being the higher number. It's a 5, and it is a single. So Willie Mae Hayes in play, and it's a single. Leads off with a single. And, okay, has the plus sign, so we're going to roll 1d6. On a 1 to 5, he's safe, stealing second. On a 6, he's thrown out. It's a 3, and he's safe, stealing second. So, stolen base. No. What happened to Willie Mae Hayes? He goes to second on a stolen base. All right. Brings up the second batter, Isuro Tanaka, with Willie Mae Hayes in scoring position. And we got doubles. We flip a gamble card to see what card or which, whether or not we go from the pitcher's card or the batter's card. And as you can see, it's a pitcher. So we go from the pitcher's card, and it's a high fly out. And you have to excuse me a moment. Apologize for that. I forgot to bring the basic runner reaction board. So a high fly out. Runners hold. Careless defense. Runner scores from third. That's not the case, so we got one out. We'll see where that fly ball went to. Tanaka is a right-handed batter, and it went to left field. So that's a fly out to left field. Willie Mae Hayes holds at second base, so he's held up. Next up is Pedro Serrano. And we got a 6, and it's going to come off the pitcher's card. That's a sharp ground out. And let's see. Sharp ground out, first base occupied, double play. That's not the case. First base vacant, runners hold. And Pedro Serrano's a right-handed batter, and it looks like it went to the pitcher. So he is out. Ground out on a 1-3. So that's 2 down. And he's held up at second. Next up, Roger Dorn, the cleanup batter. We got a 7 coming off the batter's card. It's a high fly out. Dorn's also a righty, and that goes to left field. So it's a fly out to left field, and the side is retired. All right. Leading off for Bingo Long's All-Stars and Traveling Motor Kings. That's not correct. It's not Bunny Downs. Sorry about that. It's, what the heck did I do here? Boy, this is getting off to a good start on the channel. Where is Charlie Snow? What did I do with Charlie Snow? Oh, I already put him up here. Okay. Alrighty. Charlie Snow steps into the batter box. Eddie Harris is the pitcher for Cleveland. And we got an 8 coming off Charlie Snow's card. It's a chopped ground out. He's a right-handed batter. And that goes to second base. So, 1 out. Ground out. 4-3. All right. Next up for the Traveling All-Stars is Bunny Downs. A 7, also off the batter's card. It's a high fly out. 2, left center field. Fielded by Pedro Serrano. And it's a fly out. Left field. It's done. And there's 2 away. Fat Sam Pauper, first baseman. Next up. Another 7 off the batter's card. And that's another high fly out. He's a lefty. And it goes to center field. Fly out, center field. And the side is retired. 1-2-3 inning for the Indians pitcher. After 1 inning to play, no score. Next up, Jack Parkman, the catcher. Got a 5 coming off of the batter's card, and it's a walk. So Parkman walks. Toby Rania, shortstop. Bingo Long winds and delivers. And we got doubles on a 3. It's coming off the batter's card, and it's another walk. 2 walks in a row. Runners on first and second for the Cleveland Indians, with Charles Graham coming to the plate. 6 coming off the pitcher's card. It's a sharp ground out. I'm referring to the basic game runner reaction board, a sharp ground out. First base occupied is a double play. Runner on first is out. Other runners advance 1 base. So, it's an out. And, ground out. He's a left-handed batter, so it was hit to third base. So we're going to go 3, 2, 1. Done. And Jack Parkman, who was on second, he advances to third. He's advanced by the batter. Runner was on first base, which is Toby Rania. He was not advanced by the batter. Where is it here? He's out. Picked off double play. Okay. Now, why is Jack Parkman on second here? Well, we're going to go with it. Oh, not off to a great start here. All right. So anyway, there's 2 outs. We've got Parkman on second. And we have doubles again. So we got to flip another gamble card. It's coming off of the pitcher's card. And it is a strikeout. So Mario Crespi strikes out. And that retires the side. After 1.5 innings, no score. Eddie Harris comes back out. Leon Carter in the box. We got a 5 coming off of Carter's card. It's a short single. So a man on first with nobody out. Esquire Joe Calloway next up. A 6 coming off of the pitcher's card. It's a high fly out. So we refer to high fly out, runners hold. And Esquire Joe is a lefty. And that'll go to right field. So that's an out. Fly out to right field. He's held up. Walter Merchman, the left fielder, is next up. Man on first with 1 out. We got a 10 coming off of the pitcher's card. Pressure play. In the basic game, a pressure play is a strikeout. So Walter Merchman strikes out. We'll say he struck out swinging. And there's 2 away. The bottom of the second. Leon Carter on first. Champ Chambers at bat. We have a 7 coming off of the pitcher's card. Take a gamble. Now, in the basic game, you only read the text that is in bold. And we have a runner on first base, so it says a chop ground out to third. And we're going to say that he just goes the short way to second. It is a ground out. We got third, 4, and done. All right, so after 2 innings of play, we have no score. Bingo Long back out on the mound. Eddie Harris, the pitcher, at bat. And we got a 5 coming off of the batter's card. And it's a high fly out to right field. And there's 1 away. Back to the top of the order, Willie May Hayes. That's a 10 coming off of the pitcher's card. Pressure play in the basic game is a strikeout. There's 2 away. Suro Tanaka, left fielder. Got an 8 coming off of the pitcher's card, and he struck him out. Struck out looking, we'll say. 1, 2, 3 inning for the Indians. After 2.5 innings of play, no score. Bingo Long up to bat. He's a dangerous batter. And we got doubles. Double 2s. Coming off of the pitcher's card, it's an infield line out. Bingo Long is a righty. And it's a line out to first base. Charles Graham grabs it. It's an out. Line out. Is there a line out on here? No, we'll go with fly out. First base done. 9th batter, Lewis Keystone. We got a 7 coming off of the pitcher's card. Take a gamble. Bases are not occupied. Foul tip injures catcher. He leaves game and misses the next 2 games. Well, I'm not playing with injuries. I forgot to mention that, so we'll pick another one. Okay, none. Batter fouls one off his fist. Check for injury. Once again, we're not playing with injuries. Okay, the wild card, we're not using that. Pitching coach, we're not using that. Joker, we're not using that. Bounce out to third base. So we'll say he's out. Ground out to third. And that's a 5-3. That's 2 outs. Back to the top of the order, Charlie Snow, right fielder. We got a 4 coming off the pitcher's card. It's a sharp ground out to second base. He grounds out to second base. That's a 4-3. And that's going to do it for the traveling all-stars in the 3rd. We go to the 4th. No score. Bingo Long comes back out onto the mound. You know, I mentioned that we're using the rule of 5s. Both of these pitchers are workhorse pitchers. And it also states in the rules that workhorse pitchers never fatigue. That does not mean I will not pull them, you know, based on the game situation. So it's not like they're automatically going to go 9 innings. All right, Pedro Serrano. First up here in the top of the 4th. And we got a 9 coming off of the batter's card. It's a hard ground out. And it's to the shortstop. Ground out, 6-3. And there's one away. Roger Dorn, the third baseman, steps into the batter's box. We got a 6 coming off the pitcher's card. It's a sharp ground out to the shortstop once again. Lewis Keystone's getting some work here in this inning. And it's a ground out 6-3 again. There's 2 away. Jack Parkman, the catcher. We got an 8 coming off of the batter's card, and he struck him out. So that's going to do it for the Indians in the top of the 4th. We head to the bottom of the 4th. Still no score. Eddie Harris back out on the mound. And Bunny Downs in the batter's box. We got a 4 coming off of the batter's card, and it's a walk. So, in play, base on balls. Now, Bunny Downs has the plus sign there. So we will attempt to steal. On a 1-5, he's safe. A 6, he's thrown out. He's safe. So we'll say Bunny Downs. He stolen base. No. Safe. Second. Stolen base. All right. You got Bunny Downs in scoring position. Fat Sam Popper comes to the plate. We got an 8 coming off of the batter's card. It's a chop ground out. Let's see what the chop ground out says. Batter to first on fielder's choice. And draw the top gamble card. It said lead, if it's a pitcher image, lead runner's out. Batter's image, trailing runner out. But there is only one. Oh, no, wait a minute. No. Batter to first on fielder's choice. Batter to first on fielder's choice. It really isn't a fielder's choice because the man's on second. I'm going to say Bunny Downs holds. And, well, let's see where the gamble card says it goes. Fat Sam is a lefty, so that's going to go to second base. I'm going to say the runner does advance. But Fat Sam Popper grounds out 4-3. And he is safe at third, advanced by the batter. So got Bunny Downs at third with 1 out. And Leon Carter coming to the plate. You know, it was said that Leon Carter was... who was he based on? Don't remember at the moment. All right. So we got a 7 coming off of the batter's card, and it's a high fly out. High fly out. Runners hold. So Leon Carter can't drive him in. Let's see where he hit the ball. He hit it to left field. So he's out. Fly out to left. And he's held up. So there's 2 away for Esquire Joe Calloway. Double 6s. This is going to be trouble either way. It's coming off the pitcher's card. It's a double. In play, double. What happened to Bunny Downs? Home. He's advanced by the batter and safe. And it is 1-0. Traveling All-Stars. Two out run. Esquire Joe's on second base. Walter Murchman at the plate. We got a 6 coming off of the pitcher's card. It's a high fly out. And that goes to center field. Sent out. Fly out. Center field. Done. All right. So after 4 innings of play, it's Cleveland Indians 0. Traveling All-Stars 1. Head to the top of the 5th. Toby Renya. Got a 5 coming off of the batter's card. It's a slow ground out. He's a righty. It's going to third base. So we say ground out, 5-3. And there's one away in the top of the 5th. Charles Graham, first baseman. Got a 4 coming off of the batter's card. It's a deep fly out. And he's a lefty, so be left field. Out. Fly out. Didn't quite get enough on that one, or the game could have been tied. 2 outs, and Mario Crespi, the second baseman, comes up to bat. We got an 8 coming off the pitcher's card, and he struck him out. Struck him out with some heat. So we head to the bottom of the 5th inning with the Traveling All-Stars leading 1-0. Eddie Harris still out to pitch. Champ Chambers steps into the batter's box. And we have a 5 coming off the pitcher's card, and he struck him out. There's one away. That brings up Bingo Long, the pitcher, and playing manager of the Traveling All-Stars and Motor Kings. We got a 9 coming off of the pitcher's card. It's an infield pop-up. And if it's a 1-16 on an infield pop-up, it goes to the catcher. We got a 1 on this gamble card. So we're going to say it's out. And it's a batter's image. It's in fair. Well, it doesn't really matter. It's an out. Pop out to the catcher. It's done. All right. So there's 2 away. Lewis Keystone comes up to bat. We got double 1s. And this is coming from the pitcher's card. And that's not good. It's a home run. He knocks it out of the park. Whew, baby. In play. Home run. Lewis Keystone, the number 9 batter, takes Eddie Harris deep. And it is 2-0 Traveling All-Stars lead. 2 outs. Leadoff hitter Charlie Snow at the plate. We got a 6 coming off of the batter's card, and that's a single. In play, single. That brings up Bunny Downs, the second baseman. That's a 10 coming off of the pitcher's card, pressure play. And in the basic game, a pressure play is a strikeout. So after 5 innings of play, it's Traveling All-Stars 2 and Cleveland Indians 0. We're going to leave Eddie Harris in. No, I think I'm going to pull him. I'm going to pull him for a pinch hitter. And that's going to be Jake Taylor, the other catcher, who in the movie was portrayed by Tom Berenger. But he's not starting for us today. Let's see, who am I going to have warm up for the Indians? Let's see. It's going to be Blake Stalker. He's going to start warming up and come in and pitch. All right. So Jake Taylor is going to be batting for Eddie Harris. Let's find him here, Jake Taylor. All right. So leading off the 6th inning, pinch hitter Jake Taylor. You got a 5 coming off the batter's card, and he draws a walk. All right. That brings up the leadoff hitter, Willie Mays Hayes. That's an 8 coming off of the pitcher's card, and it's strikeout. Struck him out looking. So there's 1 away with Jake Taylor on first. 0 Tanaka, left fielder. Next up to bat, we got a 10 coming off of the pitcher's card, excuse me, the batter's card. It's a short single with a question mark. Now, the question mark means if this is the sort of righty-lefty split in this game. They're both, the pitcher's a righty, the batter's a righty. That turns that into a strikeout. Tough luck for the Indians there. It's a strikeout swinging for Zero Tanaka. 2 outs, Pedro Serrano. Jake Taylor still on first. That's a 7 coming off the pitcher's card. It's take a gamble. We have a runner on first. And it says a slow ground out to first base. So that's going to retire the Indians in the top of the 6th. It's a ground out, 1 unassisted. All right. Okay, so Blake Stalker is the new pitcher. He's a 2.88 ERA. He's a tough reliever and another workhorse. And he throws righty. So Fat Sam Popper comes to bat in the bottom of the 6th with the traveling All-Stars leading 2-0. We got doubles, double 2. And we're coming off of the pitcher's card, and it's a wild pitch. So a wild pitch in this situation, of course, doesn't mean anything. Runners advance 1 base. It says base is empty, take a gamble. So we'll take a gamble. And the bases are empty. Batter is safe at first base on second baseman's error. So error. Second baseman, he was safe at first. Yeah. So we got Fat Sam Popper at first base with nobody out. That brings up Leon Carter. Doubles again, 2 2s. This is coming off of the batter's card. It's a sharp ground out. Sharp ground out. First base occupied. It's a double play. And that's what we got here. So we're going to say it's an out. Ground out. The ground out went to Leon Carter's a righty. Went to second base. So we're going to say 2, 6, 3. Done. Happened to run around first base. Fat Sam Popper. He was out at second. Double play. That's 2 outs, and it brings up Esquire Joe Callaway here in the bottom of the 6th. We got a 6 coming off the pitcher's card. It's a high fly out. Callaway is a lefty, and that went to right field. Fly out to right field. So that's going to do it for the All-Stars after 6 innings of play. It's the traveling All-Stars 2 and Cleveland Indians nothing. Bingo Long comes back out. He's working on a shutout, which reminds me, we are now in the 7th inning. So in time travel baseball, if a pitcher is throwing a shutout when you reach the 7th inning, his pitching card is replaced by a shutout card. So here we go with Roger Dorn at the plate, top of the 7th, with the Indians trailing 2-0. We got a 4 coming off the pitcher's card, and that's a slow ground out. Dorn is a righty. That goes to the shortstop. So that's a ground out 6-3. And there's 1 away here in the top of the 7th. Jack Parkman up to bat. And we got doubles, double 4s. It's coming off the batter's card, and he struck him out. It's an out, strikeout looking. There's 2 away. Toby Renya, shortstop. And we got a 9 coming off the pitcher's card, and it's a high fly out. Renya is a righty, and that goes to left field. It's out, fly out to left field. And that's it for the Indians in the 7th. Bingo Long working on a shutout after 7 innings. Okay. Stocker's going to stay in the game, continue pitching. Walter Murchman comes to bat in the bottom of the 7th. And we got a 4 coming off the pitcher's card, and it's a walk. So a leadoff walk. That brings up Champ Chambers, the third baseman. We got a 7 coming off the pitcher's card. It's take a gamble. First base is occupied. It says a single, runner to third base. Not good. It's in play, single, and he is safe at third, advanced by the batter. So we got traveling all-stars on the corner with nobody out, and Bingo Long, a dangerous batter, coming up. It's a 7 off of the pitcher's card. It's take a gamble. Oh boy. Third base is our lead runner. And that's a double for Bingo Long. And let's see. On a double, runner on first is out at home. Other runners score. No, I don't quite understand. Why would I send that runner home? No. No, that just doesn't make sense to me. I'm holding him up at third. All right, so anyway, that's a double for Bingo Long. It's in play, double. Third base was safe at home, advanced by the batter. Champ Chambers was safe at third, advanced by the batter. So we got second and third with nobody out. And Lewis Keystone comes up to bat. It's now 3-0 traveling all-stars. We got double threes. This could be trouble. It's coming off the pitcher's card. And a double 3 is a walk, which is going to load the bases. And there's going to be some action in the Cleveland Indians bullpen. In play, walk. So the bases are loaded with nobody out. Let's see who we can get up. Left-handed pitcher Troy Pearson is going to start warming up in the Indians bullpen. Nobody out, bases loaded. This has potential to turn into a blowout. We got a 3 coming off the pitcher's card, and it's a foul out. Interesting. Let's see where that went. Second base. So Mario Crespi catches that in foul territory down the first base line. And the runners are going to hold. So that's pop out to second base. Held up. Held up. Held up. All right. Brings up Bunny Downs, second baseman. Bases loaded with 1 out. We got an 8 coming off the pitcher's card, and he struck him out. 2 away. With Fat Sam Palper coming to the plate. Here's the pitch. It's a 9 coming off the batter's card. It's a hard ground out. It's going to be the 3rd out of the inning, and Stalker gets out of the jam. It goes to Toby Rainier. He goes a short way to Mario Crespi, and Lewis Keystone is forced out at second base. And that's going to do it for the traveling all-stars in the 7th. We go to the top of the 8th. The traveling all-stars leading 3-0. Bingo Long still working on a shutout. He'll still continue to use the shutout card. And Charles Graham, the first baseman, is up to bat. We got a 5 coming off of the pitcher's card, and it is a walk. Or excuse me, coming off the batter's card, and it's a walk. So in play, leads off with a walk. We got Charles Graham on first base. Mario Crespi steps into the batter's box. That's a 6 coming off of the batter's card. It's a sharp ground out. First base is occupied. It's a double play. So I'm going to say it's an out. Double ground out. And let's see where that ball went. Went to the second baseman, so we're going to say it's a 2-6-3 double play. And what happened to the runner was on first base? He is out at second. Double play. So that's 2 outs. Double play killed that potential rally. And it's bringing up the pitcher. So, of course, we're going to pinch hit for him. And let's see who that's going to be. Let's see. Oh, let's see. We're going to go with Rube Baker, another backup catcher for the Indians. He's going to pinch hit for Blake Stalker. And then coming into the game will be... Who did I have warming up earlier? Troy Pearson. Troy Pearson will be the pitcher coming into the game. Okay, so Rube Baker steps in. Nope, Rube Baker. Rube Baker. Save. Here we go. And we got doubles. It's going to come off the pitcher's card. It's a 4-4. Pick an error card. So we keep picking until we get an error card, which are the red pitcher cards. And here we go. No one on base. It's a bounce out to first base. So that's going to go to Fat Sam Popper. And he's going to take it unassisted. And that's going to do it for the Indians in the top of the 8th. So Troy Pearson is a left-handed pitcher. He's also another workhorse. And Leon Carter is the batter for the Traveling All-Stars. And we get an 11 coming off the batter's card, and that's a leadoff double. Not a good start for Mr. Pearson. Esquire Joe Calloway. Double twos. It's coming off the batter's card, and he struck him out. So there's one away. Walter Murchman, the left fielder, next up to bat. Oh, I got to change Eddie Harris here. Won't let me do that. Something I'm going to have to look up on the help files for iScore. I forgot. I think I did it before earlier when Jake Taylor pinch hit. It's still showing Eddie Harris, who was the pinch hitter, as the pitcher. And it's not letting me select his name. Oh, well, okay, replace Eddie Harris. It's going to be Troy Pearson. Here we go. Save. Okay, we got that corrected. All right, something to remember for the next game. Okay, Walter Murchman, the man on second, 1 out. We got a 6 coming off of the batter's card. It's a sharp ground out. Sharp ground out. First base is occupied. Runner on first is out. Other runners advance 1 base. So Murchman is out on a ground out to shortstop. And Leon Carter advances to third base. So man on third with 2 outs. Champ Chambers comes to the plate. Pearson staying in the game. And we got double ones. This is trouble. This is trouble either way. It's a home run either way. But we'll flip the card just because we need to. And that is a home run for Champ Chambers. That scores 2 runs and makes the game 5-0. That brings up Bingo Long. And we got doubles again. Oh, boy. Rains and pours. Rains and pours. It's coming off Bingo Long's card, and it's a double. That makes him 2 for 4. The number 9 batter for the All-Stars, Lewis Keystone. That's a 6 coming off of the pitcher's card. It's a high fly out. And that'll go to right field. And that's going to do it for the All-Stars in the bottom of the 8th. Go to the top of the 9th. Bingo Long still working on a one-hit shutout. Top of the order coming up for Cleveland Indians. That's Willie May Hayes, the center fielder. And we got a 10 coming off of the pitcher's card. And that's a chop ground out to third base. And that'll go 5-3. So there's one away here in the top of the 9th. Izuro Tanaka, left fielder. We got an 8 coming off of the batter's card. It's a sharp ground out to second base. And the Indians are down to their last out. Pedro Serrano. It's a 6 coming off of the batter's card, and that's a sharp ground out. This is going to end the game. Ground ball goes to Lewis Keystone. Whoops. Ground ball goes to Lewis Keystone. He throws over to Fat Sam Calloway. 6-3, and that ends the game. Final score in game number 1 of the Celluloid series. The Traveling All-Stars 5, the Cleveland Indians nothing. The Traveling All-Stars 5 runs on 9 hits with 7 men left on base. The Cleveland Indians, no runs on 1 hit. They had 1 error and left 3 on base. The winning pitcher was Bingo Long, and the loser was starting pitcher. Eddie Harris. So there you have it, our first attempt at doing a playthrough here on Max's Cards and Dice Dugout. I know I fumbled around a bit here and there, but I'll just keep learning as I go along. One thing I didn't mention is that I am using a 4-man rotation. Okay, so the starting pitchers got to have 3 days rest, or you know what I mean. They can pitch every 4th game. So that means the Traveling All-Stars leads the series 1-0, and it's a best of 7, so they're 3 more away from the Celluloid Series Championship. Game number 2 will be here at the Traveling All-Star Stadium, which I don't know where it is because they're a traveling team, but they are the home team. And I'll get back to that sometime in the future. If you stuck around this long, I thank you for being patient and going through this game with me, and the little couple problems I had with iScore. I'll have to look into that and correct my issues before I play another game. But anyway, thanks for hanging out if you did, and I'll see you sometime soon. Take care.